Well, howdy, folks, and welcome back to the RCD Show. I've got Dan Pickens sitting here with me, and I'm just tickled as I can be. He dropped in on me to play some brand new songs. And for those of you who don't know Dan lives at Driftwood, just right down the road from me here. If you've watched him on my video show on YouTube, you can go back and see him. He's been on a number of times. I get him every chance I can. You'll see that, well, just go back and watch his YouTube stuff. He's a very prolific writer, and I call him a wordsmith on several of those YouTubes. I just think he is. He knows how to put words together in a way that's soothing, even without the music. And the music is just beautiful to boot. But anyway, how you been, Dan?
I've been good. You embarrassed me with the praise. I appreciate it.
How do you follow that? Just start playing?
Yeah. Everything's been good. I've been working on some new stuff and just trying to get better.
You've been working on new songs.
I have been working on some new songs. Have a couple of new ones for your audience today. One I wrote back in the fall about Blue Northers. And one that I wrote about a breakup. I don't often write breakup songs because it's not part of my future, I hope. I've got a really good marriage, and so it's a stretch for me to kind of remember back when breakups were part of my life.
And didn't we feature your anniversary on the show?
We did.
We did. That was what, 30 something or?
Yeah, that was 27, I think.
27, and that was like last year.
That was a year, so it's 28 this year. Yeah.
When is the anniversary?
We've already passed it, March.
Shoot, missed it. Well, it's been over a year then. Whatever. I do remember a beautiful song that you wrote for your wife and for Cynthia, and it was a hit in my opinion. Well, tell me about this breakup song that you wrote. Why on earth would you write a breakup song?
Well, every now and then you have an idea kind of pinch at you and say, you ought to do something with that. And I remember I was sitting in a restaurant and there was a couple next to me and they were clearly not getting along. And I thought, everybody's done a breakup song, but this just I think I could capture this.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the impetus, and so I went home and put pen to paper and, just trying to see if I could do that. I'm always about capturing the emotion or the moment,
Not to bring up another artist, but somebody that we both know and respect, Scotty Pierce, was on recently, and she said that her songs originated from things that happened to her or other people that she watched that happened to them. It sounds very similar,
Sure.
You was able to capture something that's external to you and write about it. And the name of this song?
The name of this song is Last Words.
Last Words. Boy, that does sound like a breakup song. Last Words. Dan Pickens, take it away.
All right. The unusual thing about this song is it's written in the key of F, which is something I rarely ever do. In fact, this is the first time. So now that I'm leaving, I have something to say. The memories unbidden bring you back to this day. Yeah. Recall how this sun sets and how your bitter words fly. You know that I'm leaving without a tear in my eye. You used me up, leaving nothing behind. Give nothing back, so I'm taking what's mine. I'm packing my heart and what's left of my pride. I'll see you in hell, baby, for all the times that I cried. I know it's a shock, Lord, and how could it be? Someone so perfect just didn't see. Spare me the drama, Lord, and what will you do? You took me for granted, so I'm leaving you. You use me up, leaving nothing behind. You give nothing back, so I'm taking what's mine. I'm packing my heart and what's left of my pride. I'll see you in hell, baby, for all the times that I cried. I'm packing my heart and what's left of my pride. I'll see you in hell, baby, for all the times that I cried.
I'll see you in hell, baby, for all the times you made me cry. Man, for somebody who has such a stable relationship, you can write one heck of a good line. That's a good line. That's like one of those lines. I'll see you in hell, baby, for all them times you made me cry. Well, I felt that way a time or two in my life.
Absolutely, I can.
You made me remember.
Yeah, well,
a long time ago.
the song worked then.
Well, it's been a long time ago. It's just, I can't get over that line. I'll see you in hell, baby. Well, I want to write that down in my book. What's the other song you said?
So this next song is a song I wrote back in the fall. You know that point where summer has drug on about maybe 2 months too long here in Texas?
Yes.
When it's hot, it's dry, it's burned up, and it's October and November, and you're still at 85 degrees.
Yes.
And you're just desperate for that cold front to come through and really chill things down. This song was written to try to capture that kind of anticipation, and I really do like those cold fronts. When they come through and, you know, that first kind of puff of air where preceding the main gust, it's just suddenly the wind changes direction with a little and it's 10 degrees colder, and you think,
I know exactly what you're saying.
there
It's
it
coming.
is.
There it is, yeah.
And in another 30 minutes, the main force kind of comes in. And
Here in Texas, you can tell that right away. So what's the name of the song?
the name of this song is Blue Norther.
Blue Norther. Folks, here in Texas, when he was talking about 85, that's at 3 o'clock in the morning. Seriously, I mean, we go through some long periods over 100. It just, you know, in that first, well, I'm anxious to hear it. Blue Norther by Dan Pickens.
There's a blue norther coming. It's sweeping the plains. It'll be here tomorrow, and it might bring some rain. Lord knows we need it. I'm so tired of this heat. 85 in November, the land's burnt to a cinder. Need some relief. Well, I sure love that first gust, like my sweetie's ice kiss. It's the breath of a newborn as it brushes your lips. Then comes the full force of the wind and the rain, and the trees go to bending. That That summertime ending sounds like a train. I love the autumn. I love to see bucks running does. Sandhill cranes are calling as I spiral on down to the coast. And the leaves on the trees splash in colors as they dance in the crisp morning sun. Each holiday just gets sweeter as the sand in the hourglass runs. And the temperature's dropping like a stone that's been tossed. And we stoke up the wood stove and we look for frost. Dig out the blankets, we'll be snug in the bed. No sweaty sheets kicking, no sweaty skin sticking, we'll be cozy instead. I love the autumn, love to see bucks running does. Sandhill cranes are calling as I spiral on down to the coast. And the leaves on the trees splash in colors as they dance in the crisp morning sun. Each holiday just gets sweeter as the sand in the hourglass runs. Each holiday just gets sweeter as the sand in the hourglass runs.
Marvelous. I just love your words, Dan. It was horsing around earlier, and you played this song that I'd like for you to play again, as if you would, for the audience, as a Blue Bonnet Waltz, or I think was the name of it.
That's the name of it, yeah.
And it just caught me. Will you play that piece for us?
I sure will. I think I might have told you this is a song I wrote maybe 15, 20 years ago, and then I lost it.
Right.
And I didn't, I found a scrap of it, a little handwritten note 20 years later, and I could recall some parts, but I basically had to rewrite the song, and I like it. It sounds all right to me. This is kind of a love song between a couple of older lovers. In Texas, we have the wildflower season with the blue bonnets bloom. You'll have just got a carpet of blue on the hillside, and all the families will pull off the side of the road and go take pictures, right?
Pictures, yeah.
So it captures that moment here.
Yeah.
He got out with the help of a rubber-tipped cane, made his way around the car in arthritic pain. They had been to her sister's and gone to the store, and he was in quite a mood when he opened her door. Sheer aggravation was plain on his face. He'd missed 5 innings, small talk and lace. Now it was flowers and please stop the car, and any dang fool could see it was one step too far. Spring rains and sun bring the wildflowers up. Black-eyed Susans and the red wine cup. In a sea of blue on a Texas hillside, man can find love if he opens his eyes. She took his arm and they walked just a ways. In a hackberry fence row, they found him some shade. She knelt in the flowers and looked up at him, and the years flew away and he started to grin. For she was a beauty and he was her man. And it was in the wildflowers she first took his hand. It was a lifetime ago, but they'd never been false, and they had danced through the years to the blue-bonnet waltz. Spring rains and sun bring the wildflowers up. Black-eyed Susans and the red wine cups. In a sea of blue on a Texas hillside, a man can find love if he opens his eyes. In a sea of blue on a Texas hillside, a man can find love if he opens his eyes.
Oh, that's nice. That's really a super tune too. It just flows as you kick. Yeah.
Thanks.
Very, very nice. You know, got my mind wandering when you're singing, and to me that's a mark of a good song if it takes you to a place you start. And I remembered this fact that I had learned years ago. That Texas is the only state that has 6 state flowers. And the reason is because Lady Bird Johnson, the other people, they wanted the yellow rose and stuff. Lady Bird Johnson, she came in with this beautiful picture that was huge, carrying all blue bonnets, and all the senators and everybody clapped, and they said, okay, blue bonnet. But the problem was there's 6 different varieties of blue bonnets in Texas. And when they name a flower, a state flower, it's exact, right? So they had this, well, which one? And they went back and forth and back and forth. Finally, Lady Bird Johnson said, just make them all blue bonnets.
There you go.
And so we have 6 different genial names, you know. For
how fun is that?
Yeah, how fun is that? That was really a wonderful piece. 3 wonderful pieces. I'm so happy you took time to come back for our audience, for our listening, and our watching audience. And now that we're on the radio, and it just you are so prolific. I mean, you've been here numerous times, and you always have new stuff, and it's always good stuff. And you're the kind of people that kind of person that when we created this show, we knew we would get people that are known, but we wanted to find gems that were, they're out there. I mean, I've lived in the mountains in Missouri, some of the best pickers in the world, and it'd be some old man living, I remember this old man had a tuba nailed above his front door. I don't know why, but he could, old guy with no teeth, but boy, he could pick nobody ever know about him.
Right.
He was one of those jewels. And I consider you one of those jewels. You just come up with beautiful stuff, and you're busy, and you're not out proactively playing like some of my people 3 or 4 or 5 nights a week. You got a job, but the stuff that you produce is really neat. So will you come back and see us in a few months?
Absolutely.
All right,
and I hope to have 3 more new ones.
3 more new ones, boy. I tell you, if
put myself on deadline. I will come back in 2 months, and I will have 3 new songs.
If somebody had a gun and they put it at me and they said, you got to write 3 good songs in 2 months or I'm going to shoot you, I might say, well, you might as well go ahead and shoot me, because I've written, and there's been 2-month periods that writing 3 songs was no problem, right?
Right.
And then 2 years that I couldn't write a dang thing,
It happens that way, but I work best when there's a little pressure on me, so that'll be it.
That's it. Well, folks, this has been an awful lot of fun. Thanks for tuning in to the RCD Show, and come back and see us next time.